All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Vinny, and I am joined by my Suds News co-host, Angela, and this is our newest venture, the Pop Culture Time Machine.
Yes.
Angela, you want to explain to the people what this show will be all about?
Okay, so the Pop Culture Time Machine is us basically rewatching great classic movies, and we're not like going all the way back to like the black and white and the early talkies, but we're going to do mostly 80s and 90s. We might delve into some 70s. Mm-hmm. Nothing after 2000, nothing before 1970 as of right now.
Right.
And we're going to do a TikTok live watch.
Mm-hmm.
Where people can watch us watch and react to the movie. And we're also going to do this. There are going to be some where we have guests come on with us. And we're going to do some as well that are going to be special.
Yes.
And they're going to be called Blind Spot.
Yes.
And that'll be something that one of us hasn't seen.
Mm-hmm.
And this idea was sprung from the fact that Vinny has seen like literally no movie ever. Ever. Like ever. I have a list. And I started in the beginning of the summer, I started rewatching a bunch of old series that I'd either never finished or never gotten to because I was a single mother and busy and all of that stuff. So I was like, this could be actually fun.
Yes.
And so here we are.
And for the series, that doesn't mean we're going to watch the entire series. We may choose an episode or two. Or
Right. I mean, we're mostly going to do movies, but it'll be some TV series, some... I was saying that because I had watched those series that had been part of my, the thought process with this. But yeah, we might do, we'll do episodes of TV here and there, and even songs sometimes.
Yep. Exactly.
And tie-ins like that. So, yeah, we're really excited about it.
We definitely are excited about it, and no better way to start. It's a fitting way to start than with Back to the Future.
Yes.
Being that we're both Back to the Future fans,
huge
the
fans.
Entire idea behind a time machine is the DeLorean. In my opinion, I know there's other time machines out there, but it's the DeLorean for me.
Yes.
And on our Suds News show, we have that little clip from Back to the Future.
Yep.
This week in General Hospital history. So
yes,
it was just fitting that we start with Back to the Future.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So the idea, the premise of Back to the Future, and it had a very rocky start because the main character, Michael J. Fox, wasn't the original cast member, the original role, the original cast.
Its rocky start goes back before that, though.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The script was rejected 44 times.
Wow.
Yeah. 44 times, which is insane.
Now, I saw something online today, and obviously you can't believe everything you see online, but apparently one of the rough cuts of General Hospital, Back to the Future, shows how Marty and Doc became friends, and when Doc lost his fortune because of the fire or whatever and sunk his money into the time machine, he started producing porn videos, and Marty was bringing them to people. I don't know how true that is. That's just something that I saw online today.
I honestly have no idea about that. I would have to look that up. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they, did some silliness like that.
Yep.
But
they cut it out when they went to try to sell it to Disney. So
yes. Yeah. And like their first choice to play Marty was Michael J. Fox.
Right.
But he was on Family Ties at the time, and the show wouldn't release him to do the movie. So they went through the regular casting process.
Yes.
And big names auditioned for this and didn't get it. John Cusack, Charlie Sheen, Ralph Macchio, Johnny Depp.
Wow, and Macchio was just coming off the Karate Kid. So.
Well, I mean, Charlie Sheen was John Cusack. I mean, say anything. Johnny Depp, 21 Jump Street, and oh my God. So the part went to Eric Stoltz.
Right.
Some kind of wonderful, he's a great actor. I can't imagine this movie with him in it. He's just not that comedy.
Right. That was
And
it.
that was the problem.
Fox had the comedic timing.
Right.
He had everything down.
Mm-hmm. They filmed for 4 weeks with Eric Stoltz.
Yep.
And then Zemeckis said, "This isn't working. We're not getting the laughing."
Right.
So yeah. So actually 6 weeks into the production. And Zemeckis has said that firing Stoltz was the worst moment of his career, but then they were able to get
Michael J.
Fox, which I couldn't imagine this movie without. It wouldn't be the movie that it is. I mean, Eric Stoltz actually, he didn't understand why everybody was laughing because he didn't think it was a comedy. He thought it was a tragedy.
Yeah, that's
He said, "My whole family remembers a different history to what I do. It's really very sad." And that's just not how this movie plays. I mean, honestly, there is a movie that could play like that. This is not the one.
Right. Yeah. No, and that makes sense. I could see where that viewpoint can come in.
Right.
But I give Michael J. Fox a lot of credit because when they finally did get him from Family Ties, he would literally film Family Ties during the day.
Yep.
He would get in a truck, sleep in the back of a truck to the Back to the Future studio lot, and then film all night for Back to the Future.
Yep. For 2 months, 2 whole months that he did that. I mean, he was younger. He was young at the time, and that's definitely a young man's game.
Yes.
But yeah, hey, you know what? It was worth it.
Oh, it absolutely was.
I mean, this is one of, the top movies to come out of the 80s. I would say it's probably top 10 in the 80s, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good.
And there are so good scenes where you can see Eric Stoltz the back of his head because the producers had to logistically and budgetarily only film where they had to. So if it wasn't a facial shot, they left it as is.
Yes. Yep. Now, did you hear the story of how the idea for it was conceived?
I know that originally they were going to use a refrigerator.
No, I'm talking about originally how they came up with the story idea to begin with.
I think I've heard it, but you'll have to refresh my memory.
Okay, so it was written by Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis.
Yep.
But it was conceived by Bob Gale. He was at his parents' house and he came across his dad's old yearbook. And he was looking through it and he started wondering if they would have been friends.
Yes. And
the idea grew from there.
And that, that's something that I'm sure kids think about when they see stuff like that. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was, totally organic. And they did, before the DeLorean, it was going to be a refrigerator. But then they were like, wait, little kids will get into a refrigerator because they're dumb. And they weren't wrong.
No, you're right.
But before they landed on DeLorean, they went somewhere else.
Really?
Their next, the thing they had settled on was they were going to have Doc and Marty travel to Nevada to a nuclear test site and have a nuclear blast. But then they were like, you know what? We don't have the budget for this. We don't have the budget for a nuclear blast. So they went with a DeLorean. And John DeLorean wrote them a thank you note for using his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad that DeLorean is still not in production. I mean, I know that we have one, there's maybe 4 left in the world.
Right.
Besides the gimmicked up time machines. But there's actually one in Connecticut in Hartford County. And I see them all the time. But it's still strange. You pick out a DeLorean because it's cool. It's got the metal exterior. It's got the doors that go up.
Doors that go up, right?
And then it's it failed. It was a monster failure.
But it won't go down as one because of this movie.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Now people look at the DeLorean as a very positive thing.
Yes.
And that's what John DeLorean was thanking them for immortalizing his dream in such a positive way. Now, Another interesting thing is that it almost wasn't called Back to the Future.
Right. It was the Martians from Outer Space or Martians from Pluto. It was something.
Spaceman from Pluto.
Spaceman from Pluto. Yeah. It was.
And that was, yeah.
Yep.
The head of the studio hated the title. And he was really pushing for this, really pushing for it. And he sent this huge memo.
Yeah.
But the producer, Steven Spielberg, who produced it, stepped in. He's like, I'm just going to deal with this. But how he did it was he sent a note back to the guy.
Yeah.
And made it seem like the guy had made a joke. He said, Sid, thanks for your most humorous memo. We all got a kick out of it. Thanks, Steven. And that was like, you know what I mean? So then what was the guy going to say?
Right. Exactly.
You know, I wasn't kidding. Then he looks like an idiot. So he backed off. So yeah, that was.
And it's like, even still to this day, the DeLorean is an icon of the movie series.
Oh, absolutely.
I went in, I want to say it was November or December, for the 40th anniversary of the release of Back to the Future. AMC did a showing, and I went to it, and they actually sold a replica DeLorean popcorn holder. I mean, I bought one. Let me grab it, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, here is the replica DeLorean, if you could see it.
Oh, that is so awesome.
The doors actually do go up, and the sides come out to hold popcorn. Can't hold a lot of popcorn, but and it actually does. It actually has lights and sounds.
Oh wow, that is so cool.
So like you could actually, turn it on, and this is one of the things that, as I get older, I am getting into more collecting.
Yes.
And this Back to the Future is something that I grew up with, so it's just right that
I have a miniature replica of the hoverboard from one of the sequels. It had come in like one of the Phantoms. I didn't even think about taking it out because I have that stuff all packed in boxes right now while I'm trying to get my desk area organized. But and my sister, she lived over in England for a while because her husband was in the service. It was in the Air Force, and they used to travel up to Scotland all the time. And she has this like mini poster thing that she hangs on her wall that she bought in Scotland, and it shows the clock tower, and it has the line, the roads where we're going, we don't need roads, but it's in like the Scottish where we're going, winda like dinna need roads. It's so funny. It's the Scottish of we don't need, it's really fun. It's just, and it's interesting to see stuff like that.
It really is,
because it has such a global impact.
You're absolutely right, and just to watch even a lot of the movie series itself has spawned numerous documentaries, books, etc. I can tell you, there's a podcaster out there that has a Back to the Future podcast, and it's let's see, Brad. I have to look his name up, but I have listened to him because he's also the co-host on. Booker T's podcast.
Okay.
Let's see. It's not Brad Garrett. I know that for a fact.
No.
But yeah, it's just amazing to me the pop culture for like Brad Gilmore. There we go. Brad Gilmore. He has a podcast. For just about Back to the Future, and it's called Back to the Future, the podcast. So check that out on your favorite
absolutely
podcast feeds.
And one nice thing that we have, because most people are not a fan of remakes of our favorite movies from the 80s.
Exactly.
But Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale still own the rights. And in 2015, Zemeckis said that there will never be a reboot or a remake in their lifetimes. They will never authorize it. They made the perfect movie they wanted. They're not
Yep.
letting somebody mess it up. And I love that.
I do too. It's, I mean, people have been clamoring for a sequel, Back to the Future 4. Clearly, with the age of Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's, and a lot of, and the Crispin Glover debacle and stuff.
Oh
there's no way of doing it unless you recast, and we're not.
Nobody's interested in that. Nobody wants to see a different Marty. It's really funny because this movie it really launched. I mean, Michael J. Fox was popular because of Family Ties, but this made him a superstar.
Yes.
This movie did. But it had the opposite effect on two other careers.
Really? Well, Crispin Glover was one.
Yes, and I'll get to him, but first, poor Tom Wilson.
Oh, God,
who plays Biff, because he was so typecast in it, and he's still acting now, but he does mostly voice work.
Yeah.
Because it's just so hard for him to get out of the Biff stereotype. The poor guy. Sense.
Yeah. I mean, my wife and I did a rewatch of the Bones podcast, but the Bones TV show. He was in an episode of that, and he was an asshole in that.
Right, exactly. It's like his thing.
Yeah.
And he's the absolute opposite of that. He's like a really nice guy, very, very intelligent and well-spoken. You listen to him in interviews. He does podcasts. He's the complete opposite of Biff.
Yes.
But but that's also a testament to how well he played that role and how iconic the role of Biff also is.
Yes, exactly.
And it's really funny because in the sequel, the president Biff, the developer, he was based on Donald Trump.
Yes, exactly. He was.
Yeah. Ironic. But but then there was Crispin Glover, who couldn't get out of his own way.
I know. I don't get that.
It was because he was an actor who just took it all very, very seriously. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a serious actor. But then you don't do movies like this. Because you're not going to go up against Zemeckis and Gale and Spielberg and change the trajectory of their movie. It's not going to happen.
No.
And, he compared himself to Brando. He was because he wanted to, after a few weeks of filming, he wanted to change the hairdo that George McFly, and they're like, you can't do it. It won't. Brando never matched. Dude, you're 21.
Yeah, you're not Brando.
And he thought that the ending of the film, they shouldn't be rich. Love should be the reward, not money.
Yeah.
And Zemeckis wanted to kill him. Kill him. And they recast him for the sequels. They're like, we're absolutely not. And they got somebody who looked like him, and he sued, and they paid him off, but it killed his career.
Yeah. And
it really did.
What they did in the second movie was put him on that thing to flip him upside down to disorient the audience to think that it was still Crispin Glover. Right.
And I mean, he was I think about the other roles, he did some really great other roles that I really liked. And I'm just so annoyed that he freaking.
Because that makes sense, because outside of this movie, I had never heard of Crispin Glover anywhere. So it's,
Yeah, he did one called at River's Edge or something that was so good. I'm trying to think of what else. The earlier, because what was it? I'm looking on his IMDb. Wow, he was in an episode of Family Ties too.
Oh wow!
Before Back to the Future. Oh, he was in At Close Range. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but if you haven't, it is on our list. I'm putting it right now. So good.
I've never heard of it.
Christopher Walken, Sean Penn. It's like a serious movie. It's
so
good. And River's Edge, which was amazing. So he did some really good serious movies, and he was phenomenal in them. I thought he was great at this too.
Yes.
You know, because like to me, you know.
But again, when you get too much in your head, I mean, we see that
Exactly.
on GH with some of the actors.
Exactly.
When you get
like
too much in your head.
Right. You know, you have this idea of what a great actor is, and you put yourself in a corner.
Yes.
You know, you have to, you know, I think some of the greatest actors are the actors who can laugh at themselves and who can not take it too seriously and have fun roles as well.
Yes.
You know, because that's really showing your range. If all you ever do is serious stuff, then, you know, they're great dramatic actors, of course. But if an actor can do drama, comedy, action, romance, if they can do all of that, then they're freaking really phenomenal to me.
I completely agree with you. I mean, it's a credit to their talent. I mean, look at somebody like Adam Sandler. He's known for his comedy, but he could also play the other roles too, the drama, the serious, the love scenes, the romance, and he's great at it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, and there are a lot of actors that are like that. And, you know, and again, you want to be a serious actor, that's fine, but then don't take a role in a comedy movie because you're not going to bend people like that to your will when you're 21 years old.
Exactly.
It's just insane to think that you would, but you know.
Yeah. Do you think that when they're pitching the roles to would-be actors, do the the writers, the producers actually say this is meant to be a comedy, or this is meant to be
usually yes, because usually, you know, that would be in the information they give them for auditioning.
Okay, yeah.
Because they want them to showcase that they have that talent. It would be in the sides or the script or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, movies can change as they're being made. They can become something completely different. It just usually isn't what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if it is going to be what happens, it's going to happen organically or because the bosses want something different. It's not going to be because an actor, whatever, throws a fit, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's sad because he was so good in that role.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal as George McFly. I mean.
And it was so believable, too.
Yeah.
Of his character, you know, when Marty goes back to 1955. And, you know, we see how the differences of, you know, who they are in the future and what caused them to get together. Like, the one line that I always think of is when Marty sees his father up in the tree looking at Lorraine.
Yeah.
He's a peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom. Right. And so many people have heard me say that my family and I quote movie quotes to each other all the time.
Yeah.
And we do. And this is one of them. And the majority of the ones that we quote to each other are George's. I'm your density.
Yeah.
And then do I have to curse? You know, just.
Yeah. Get your damn hands off her.
Hey, you. Get your damn hands off her. Yeah.
I would almost wonder if the character of Sheldon on Big Bang Theory had a little bit of George McFly in him.
Maybe. Yeah. Last night, Darth Vader came down from the planet Vulcan and told me that if I didn't take Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain. It's really amazing that they were able to use Darth Vader and planet Vulcan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, those were big franchise things, especially at that time.
So, I mean, it goes to it. You actually think about it. Another thought is knowing that George McFly, that kind of caused him to publish his book and everything. Did George McFly create Darth Vader? Could we?
I know, right? Yes. Yep.
There would have been no George Lucas.
Yep. All right. So, what is your favorite line in the movie?
I mean, I do like the whole scene of we're sending you back to the future because it makes known that you know it just gives you that thing that logistically couldn't be true. Back to the future.
Back to the future. Right.
You know, and then when I like when they're comparing stuff and Doc goes, 1.21 gigawatts? How could I have been so careless? And Marty's just like, oh, well, you use plutonium. Like, well, I'm sure in 85, plutonium can get
at any corner store.
Yeah.
But now, and it couldn't, which is really funny. But yeah. I like I have a lot of like little ones that I like, but I think my favorite is her father.
If you ever have kids like him.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah. Comes from upbringing. His parents are probably idiots. Lorraine, you ever had a kid like that, I'll disown you. Just like.
Yes.
It's just hysterical.
And for the people that, as you're watching this, if you're watching this as a carryover from our Suds News show, people are up in arms because of a kiss between two second cousins. In this movie, a mother and a son are...
A mother and son are kissing.
Yes.
Right.
And the mother has the hots for... Now, granted, she doesn't know that it's her son.
It's her son. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Could you imagine if that was done today? There'd be an uprising.
Yeah. Another interesting thing too is the 1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah.
It's gigawatts.
Right.
But it wasn't something that was as widely said back then, I guess. I don't know. You know, and the Libyans.
Yes.
Honestly, I think that's the only thing to me that really dates this movie.
Right.
Is the Libyans thing.
Right.
Honestly, it's literally the only thing.
Right.
For me, which is weird because there should be so much about this movie that's dated, but the Libyans is really the only thing.
Exactly. And what's funny, what's a funny scene is when Marty and the Pinheads are trying out for the school dance for the Battle of the Bands, and Huey Lewis is actually one of the judges, and he's the one who says, "I'm sorry, you're just too damn loud," and it's his song that they're playing.
Exactly, right? Yeah. And I love The Power of Love. I think that song is just Huey Lewis. A voice from my childhood, I swear. And it really was a really great song.
It was.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I have to say about all three movies. They had fantastic soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
With Huey Lewis on the first one, ZZ Top was on the third.
Yeah.
I don't know who was in the second. I can't.
Right.
Because they always had a musical person in there.
Yep.
And then the Easter egg of, hey Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin. Marvin Berry.
Marvin Berry. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
You know the new sound you've been thinking of? Well, listen to this.
Right?
And again, did Calvin Klein get the royalties for Chuck Berry's song "Johnny Be Good"?
It also cracks me up when he's talking. He makes the joke or his parents make the joke about they like the name.
Yeah,
but he's like their third child,
right?
And so it's not even so. It's like he has two older siblings.
Yeah. I wonder if, because he does say that thing. And by the way, if your son happens to burn down the rug or whatever, fire to the
easy
carpet,
on him. Yeah.
I wonder if they remember him saying that and kind of put two and two together.
Well, the original ending of the movie is the original ending was going to be, hold on, I had this a second ago. It was, I want to get it right, what it was going to be. It was the original ending was going to have George looking at like their yearbook or something and seeing a picture of Marty at that dance and going, no, it couldn't be.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. Because
throughout this entire thing, they don't break the fourth wall with the family to say, George and Lorraine. Yeah, other than Biff when he says this all seems very familiar.
Yes. Yeah. Ironically, that would be Biff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Yes.
Oh God, he was so good.
Oh yeah,
So
he
so
was.
good. And he really, I love when actors just really throw themselves into roles like that.
And you know what? It wouldn't work if they did something like that today.
Mhm.
Because especially in the school scene where Biff is getting very handsy with Lorraine, like a lot of villainous actors wouldn't want to be seen as somebody who
I don't know though, because look at Christopher McDonald as Shooter McGavin
but
in
he
the
wasn't
Happy
trying to
Gilmore
sexually
movies.
assault somebody.
No, but I mean, he was very creepy with the girl who
Yeah.
was, he was really creepy with her, and he was terrorizing the poor grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I just it just goes to show you that the way the culture and the society was back then, that a PG rating would have allowed so much leeway that would have gotten an R rating or PG-13 at the very least today.
Yeah, maybe it would have, but I mean, yeah, because it's really funny. It's so funny, the things, it really makes you think about what your parents were really like. Because in the beginning, his mother's like, I don't like that Jennifer.
Yeah.
When I was young.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and she drinks, she smokes, and I'm nearly 17. I'm 17. I've gone parking with a boy before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the complete opposite of how she is. Other than being an alcoholic.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, what's funny is they also had two Jennifers. Because the first Jennifer, was it Claudia Schiffer? No.
No, Leah Thompson.
Leah
Thompson.
I thought Leah Thompson was the mother.
Oh, wait, she was. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. You're right, she was. Yeah, Jennifer was. Oh, come on.
I think it was Claudia Wells.
Jennifer was Claudia Wells.
Yep, Claudia Wells.
In the first one.
Yeah.
And then they recast her in later, I think, for the other ones. Yeah.
They did, because she had quit acting for a while to take care of her family, I think, or something. So she just couldn't make the commitment to do 2 and 3, which they actually filmed consecutively, 2 and 3.
Right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's sad for her.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
All right. So, what other trivia that you have for this movie?
Let me see. Hold on. Well, I mean, Michael J. Fox still says that, even with all his roles, this is the one he's still most remembered for.
Of course.
And, he said that he was in a remote jungle in Bhutan. And it's between China and India in the Himalayas. And a group of Buddhist monks passed him by. And one of them looked at him and said, Marty McFly! How surreal would that be? A Buddhist monk in the Himalayas.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, our dog is named Marty after Marty McFly.
Oh, that's fun. Did you know that Einstein, originally they wanted him to be a monkey, a chimp?
Oh, that would have made sense as Doc being a scientist. Yes.
But the studio had put the kibosh on it because he said, no movie with a chimp has ever made money. And they said, what about Every Which Way But Loose? He said, that was an orangutan. So it ended up being the dog Einstein. Yeah, I think the chimp wasn't gonna be called Einstein. I think he was gonna be called Shemp or something like that. Yeah. Was originally what it was, which is fun. But I liked Einstein.
I did too. I thought it was great because dogs are just innocent. So the fact that you're in something that's completely untested.
Yeah.
And getting him up to 88 miles an hour, sending him to the first time traveler just a minute. And you're putting your dog's life at risk.
My God, right? Yeah.
I did like how Doc and Marty, how Doc kept referring, you should never know too much about your future. And then he actually does read the letter.
And then he reads the letter and saves his life, which, you know, I'm okay with.
Right.
Oh, there was another piece of trivia that the thing that I had just found out recently that I sent you and you already knew.
Yeah.
How often does that happen with us, with movies? So originally, before he goes back to the future, the mall is called Twin Pines or Twin Pines Mall.
Yeah.
But then when he comes back, it's One Pine Mall. Because when he went back to the future, or when he went back to the past, he ran over one of the pine trees.
Yeah, exactly. Because you could hear Old Man Peabody, my pine tree.
Yes.
But it's great how they have all the different Easter eggs in there, and the way that Spielberg works all the failed attempts into the script, like having the original name Visitors from Pluto, or
the spaceman from Pluto. Yes.
Yep, as the comic book the kid is holding.
Yep.
He's already taken human form.
I know, right?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's so good. It really is. I
will say they got the year 2015 completely wrong. We are nowhere near as advanced as
I know
Back to the Future 2 says we should be.
Well, I mean, think about what the Jetsons promised us.
That's true. Well,
my car does not fold into my...
I also don't know what year the Jetsons took place in.
Well, now I'm going to have to look it up.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, because you watch it, Jaws 17 and the I think it was 17 or whatever it was, coming out of the 3D hologram, and then the World Series, Chicago over Miami. Now we actually have Chicago and Miami both as baseball teams, but it wasn't the World Series that year because Miami and the Cubs are both in the National League.
Yes. Okay, so the Jetsons was 100 years in the future, so it would have been 2062. So I guess they still have a few years, but I still don't think it's going to be what they promised us.
We are going to have to add to the list because it's one of my favorite cartoons, The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones.
Okay.
Because it's great seeing the two different time frames. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I do have the DVD of it.
Yeah.
But we'll have to figure it out.
I can check. Yeah. I can check that. We have such a long list.
We do.
We're going to be doing this until, we're collecting our Social Security checks, guys. Just letting you know.
Well, hopefully YouTube could supplement that and people, could start supporting our network. Because we do have a super chat function, folks. And if you want to win a Suds and Squared Circle Media t-shirt, you can support our network by sending us a super chat, a super thanks, or a super sticker. And that enters you into one of our monthly drawings to win a t-shirt.
Oh, that's fun.
It could be as little as $2 or as much as you want, and every super gets you entered. That's going to happen every month for the year of 2026.
Nice.
So, help us out. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications bell. And it's on our YouTube channel. So check it out, suds-media.com.
And this is going to be coming out.
Are
you putting it out on Saturday during the day? Okay. So you're going to be, if you're watching this Saturday during the day, I'm going to be hosting a Zoom watch of Back to the Future Saturday evening. So go to my YouTube or my Twitter page, and there will be information about that on there on my Twitter feed.
Yep.
To come watch Back to the Future with us and have some fun, have some laughs.
Yes, exactly.
On a Saturday night.
On Valentine's Day. You can spend
on Valentine's Day. Absolutely.
All right. Did you have any other trivia regarding Back to the Future?
I don't think I had anything else. Do you have anything else?
I don't believe so. Yeah, I don't believe so.
Oh, I actually have the perfect one.
Okay.
To wrap up with.
All right.
So Kristen Glover says that he's only seen the film once. However, Christopher Lloyd is more my vibe because he says that whenever he's channel surfing and he comes across it, he watches it.
Yes.
And I think that is all of us.
I agree. Yeah, it's one of those movies that you could put on at any time. And, you know, all three of them.
And I saw this movie in the theaters. And I still learned something new about it. Like this week with the Two Pines thing. Because I had never noticed it before. So give it another watch.
Back to the Future, fantastic movie. The series is great. Go out of your way. If you have not seen it and you've been living under a rock, you have to go out of your way to see the trilogy.
Absolutely.
And
you can start Saturday night watching it with us on Zoom.
Yes, very true. And we're actually going to be doing the TikTok watch along again. We will, by the time this comes out, we would have done it on Thursday. So just stay tuned to our social media at Suds Media or at Brooklyn74 on Twitter, and we'll post about the TikTok and the Zoom so that we could get that together.
And if there are any movies or TV shows you'd like to have us delve into that are within the parameters of, 1980, maybe 1970s to 2000, shoot one of us a message.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely, put it in the hopper.
Yeah. Well, Angela, where can everybody find you?
They can find me all over Twitter. They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on Facebook. So Brooklyn74.
Yep.
And on Twitter, Angela Ryan Duncan on Facebook and Instagram. And the show Buzzness is live and up and running, and I'm loving it and putting literally, Vinny, it's so horrible. I have literally probably 50 articles that I have to cut and paste into the thing and just get the damn things posted.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But so check out the show Buzzness. And as always, keep your eyes peeled to our social medias because we always have fun stuff.
Yes, we do. And you can find me on Twitter and Facebook at Vinny Suds. On Twitter, it's at Suds Media, which is our network account. That's normally where I post from. All about soaps, wrestling, entertainment. And on Instagram and Threads, it's at Suds and Squared Circle. On TikTok and Twitch is at Suds_media. But for everything, you can go to our YouTube channel, suds-media.com. Hit the like button, turn on hit the subscribe button as well, and then turn on the notifications. And help us out. Support our network. So for Angela, I'm Vinny. We will see you next time as we hop in the pop culture time machine. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.